What's going on, listeners? This is your host, Brother X. And before we get started with today's episode, I just want to let you know about this wonderful platform called Anchor. It is one of the number one free podcasting platforms that allows you to both not only record, edit, and design your podcast to your needs, where you're able to push out and distribute your podcast to all your listeners across all the different podcasting platforms, whether it is Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, you name it, they are connected to it, and they're a wonderful platform. It's totally free. You can check them out at anchor.fm. And with that being said, guys, let's get into this. Hey listeners, this is your host, Brother X. I've come to you guys before today's episode, and I wanted to just make sure I put the disclaimer out here. Nothing crazy happened in today's episode, but I want to make sure that it's clear that all views and opinions that are expressed in this week's discussion are of the guest and do not necessarily reflect the opinions or thoughts of the Truth and Transparency podcast. With that being said, guys, let's get started with today's episode. And welcome back to another episode of the Truth and Transparency podcast with your host, Brother X, and
the cultured scientist.
Yes, she's back from her back surgery.
I wish.
Go back to last episode if you know what we're talking about. All right, and here on the Truthfully and Transparency podcast, we talk openly and honestly about everything in between, why people can't get right in 2023. First and foremost, thank you to all the love and support. Thank you for blowing up the numbers on our most recent episode that just came out at the time of this recording was on Monday, where we interviewed Ket the Pro from the Chaotic Culture podcast. Much love to him. Glad he was on. And shout out to that IHOP that we talked about. That shit is still funny to this day. With no further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our guest. We got a full house today. We got some returning people who haven't been back for a little bit. First and foremost, you know her, you love her. She is the sixth Teletubby herself. Queen C, introduce yourself.
As long as I'm not Tinky Winky, we good. What's up, listeners? It's your girl, Queen C. Back at it again, 61 and a half inches of fluff and fun. Another year older, but none the wiser.
Respect. And the man just came back from bike cycling with the Black Panthers himself. Taz Creates, introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on? Bringing shade from the West Coast. Taz here. Good to be here with y'all.
Cool. And coming from the Mary J. Blige store herself, Teacher Bay, introduce yourself.
I love me some Mary now. But hi, listeners. This is Teacher Bay. Happy to be here again.
And you know him, you love him. He was just on the set of the next G Unit music video himself. Mr. Smith, introduce yourself.
Really? You've already roasted you and Queen C already roasted me about my weight vest, talking about I look like SWAT, Call of Duty, Halo. She doing the goddamn Halo song. That now all of a sudden is this what we doing now? Huh?
That was on the pre-show part and was not recorded, so you only called yourself out.
That was on.
And that's why I love you.
Both of y'all.
You gonna get these hands regardless. It don't matter, recorded or not.
And to that, I say, all of y'all can kick rocks on 95 with open-toe sandals. Anywho, it's your favorite
Only if I have your vest.
Wow.
Bravo. 2 points. Wait to throw it back at me. Anywho,
Wait.
Really?
Yeah, you got me last week. Don't do that.
Really? With my woman right now. You know what? We ain't even gonna do this. Anywho, it's your favorite fed, Mr. Smith, also known as the Soundbite Poppy, also known as Mr.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
And I want to thank all the listeners for the comments, plays, and subscriptions. Keep feeding us and we'll keep feeding y'all. Again, shout out to Chaotic Culture Podcast for always showing us love and support. Always pushing out great content. Listeners, please listen to the last episode. That shit was hilarious. So I definitely encourage you to listen to it. And then secondly, if you're going to define woke on a TV show, or if you're going to use the word woke, you probably want to know what the definition is. And listeners, I don't have the audio queued up, but long story short, white woman went on the Joy Reid, I think it's Joy Reid show, and was talking about, people trying to be woke these days, whatever. And Joy was like, you've used that a couple times. What does woke mean to you? And when I tell you, it is the epitome of that child video. She was stumbling so hard. And it's like, why would you use a word that you don't know? Like, I feel like just no. If you don't know it, don't use it. You just sound stupid. That's all.
All right. So with that being said, man, we're going to go ahead and get to our first part of this episode. We're going to go ahead and do a mental health check with we're going to start off with let's start off with Queen C. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, gearing up for Easter. Nothing crazy, thankfully, has happened. Although the week of my birthday, I somehow got free food 3 times, and only once was planned. DoorDash delivered extra orders when they delivered my food twice in 1 week. So shout out to DoorDash.
Wait. Not unless they are giving us donations.
Food.
Funds.
Make my stomach happy.
Food. Donations.
Moolah.
Dinero. Coins.
Cheddar.
Bread.
Chinese food.
Food
I got Chinese food. I got Chinese food.
What's wrong with y'all? Seriously, get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
Taz, how you doing, man? You here? Okay. We'll come back to you. Teacher Bay, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Coming off a high from my Vegas trip to go see my husband Usher, Raymond. Anyway, which was really good. Thank you. That's just good. Anyway,
Mrs. Smith, blink if you are upset.
he knows he's my side babe.
So this is what we doing now. Wow. I guess this what we doing now.
Right? You know that.
Wow. You gonna let her do that on your own podcast?
Clearly, look, you didn't say that.
First of all, this ain't my podcast, it's yours. And second of all, I already knew that.
It's ours.
Our podcast.
Uh-huh.
You know that.
But yes, no. I already know if Usher was to come down, that is the one that she'd be like, babe, I'm sorry. I'm like, look, just cut me like $2 million and I'm good. I'll play the side piece, bro. I don't care.
You hear that, ladies? That's how you get it done. But anyway, I am doing good. And let's see, what are we doing? Gearing up for some more trips, getting ready for the summer, trying to stay fit, that part.
Okay.
And just praying for my safety, people getting shot at schools these days. So,
Bro. I won't say the 2 words that are really annoying about that, but I get what you're saying. Taz, you good?
Yeah, I'm off the struggle bus now. I don't know, Zoom was tripping, but I'm doing all right. Taking some PTO next week, just as some mental health time, and just relaxing. I think I need to kind of take a break and unwind.
Respect. Mr. Smith, how you doing?
What's the best way to put this? I want to punch somebody in the eye. Is that good enough to say?
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Who you want to punch?
I ain't bringing his name out on that, but you already know who it is. He
Our
has.
FBI agent is listening right now. You can't do that.
I can say I want to do something. That don't mean I'm going to do it. Now, if I come in with the intent and say at this date, at this time, I'm going to walk to this house and punch this person, then they have irrefutable evidence. But you can always say all you want. Oh, well, I feel this way. But until you act on it, that's all this is just an emotion. And
Well, I mean, it sounds like somebody who's thought about it before. I won't go into details.
No, it sounds like somebody who's actually a Fed and knows the rules. Also knows loophole.
Our Fed agent that's listening right now, he talking about you. So no, I'm joking, man. I understand.
Yeah, no, but outside of that, work is work. Just trying to save money and start making adult decisions as far as like putting savings aside for different buckets, like houses and putting in some accounts for future for retirement. So just trying to do the adult thing, be responsible, but somewhat.
Fair enough. I can't forget about the lovely and beautiful culture scientist. How you doing?
I thank you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, life is lifing.
Yes.
And that is the simplest answer. And I just choose to try to be positive and look forward to the greatness. So this weekend is Dreamville.
Hey, who you gonna see at Dreamville?
Get to see some Sean Paul.
Hey, shout out Sean Paul.
I get to see some Mario.
Hey, shout out to Mario.
Get to see some Ari.
Hey, Ari. Hey, Ari. Hey, you've been to the gym. I appreciate it. That's all I'm gonna say. Continue.
I get to see Jacob.
Hey, shout out to the Lock Wonder himself.
This is the only reason why I love my hairstyle. I'm getting a lot of compliments. I have these cute buns, but they're like flower buns, and I think they are killing my neck. So they get through Saturday at least, so I can be cute. Then we're gonna take them down because I don't know if I can make it.
That's real.
But we do for beauty.
Yeah, I get it.
But this is what I get for long locks.
This is very true. For myself, I'm doing okay. Today is a good day. Had a couple of rough days. The load was a little bit heavier. The days were a little bit darker. Combination of stuff with my pops and work just kind of kicking my ass a little bit, let alone trying to take care of your own health and as well as still plan and coordinate a wedding. So just got a lot on my plate, but today's a positive day. I got to check out the Dreamville pop-up shop down here in Raleigh. So listeners, if you're listening on this on Friday, they should still be going on from about 4 to 7, either noon to 7 or 4 to 7, one of the two. But it should be the last day, so definitely check them out. I definitely got some apparel. You might see it on our social media, so just be on the lookout for that, man. But all in all, man, I'm maintaining. So I don't know, man. You got to send me that Cash App. But yes, that Skrilla, yes. So listeners, we're actually before we get started to Mr. Smith's Sportscenter, well, one thing, listeners, stop encouraging buffoonery when it comes to shoes. So I don't know if y'all know, but there's this particular shoe that Adidas just released.
What the hell am I looking at?
It is a shoe that can be worn in reverse.
Why?
I don't know.
Who came up with this?
The shoe looked like it was built for cat dog.
No.
So I guess the same company that never failed to create a viral sensation like the Big Red Boot, the Lil Nas X Satan shoes that contain a drop of real human blood. Now they're branding a new shoe reimaged as a sneaker and sandal that works both ways. The odd yet fascinating creation is open on both ends and allowing it to be worn either way. Hisanabadi, I hope that's how they pronounce it, describes the design as a beefy sneaker from the aughts and complete with striped pattern, high-vis pull-up tabs, angular midsole, and hefty sole. If the toe box was complete, it'd be nearly indistinguishable from my myriad of, I can't even say that today, I'm sorry, wannabes that populated the sneaker market in recent years. So
using such fancy words that nobody understands.
You're not wrong. Miss Taz, you got thoughts?
First thing I gotta say are, what are those? But in all seriousness, I need to know this shoe's pronouns because it's clearly bisexual. It goes both ways. That is a shoe. And if I see any of y'all wearing that, first give me some money because obviously you don't have nothing to do with it. But nah, it's a fumble for the game.
Oh, that's crazy. Quincy?
I was very confused by the shoe. Definitely confused. But I am pissed off that whoever is modeling this bitch got on them fucking white church socks. What the fuck is that?
Yo, and them bitches dirty.
Yes, with the stain on the ankle bone. What the hell?
You know them bombs is black as hell, guaranteed. Teacher Bay.
All I'm saying is those are ugly. They're just ugly. And all I could think about is somebody running up to me, putting their feet in there. Then what? It's just like, how does that work? It's just weird to me. But they're ugly. And that pronoun thing. Yeah. I don't know which one it is.
It's a, I'm not gonna do that. That's disrespectful.
You're not wrong. Mr. Smith.
10 points for Taz talking about I need to know what his pronouns are. That was funny as hell. Solid. That one goes up there with your joke from last week. So yeah, I'm gonna give it that. But overall,
that was a solid joke. Coach Science, you got something? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Smith. Go ahead, my bad.
I was like, dang, you already getting on me. I can't. I'm just joking. Overall, I'm just trying to figure out how, if you look at the design, why does it look like a Jordan with a church shoe, with an Adidas, with a Puma, with a, like, why does it have all these? It just looks like somebody said, listen, I have a design. Go in a lab and just throw some shit together. And the nigga literally threw some shit together. And was like, this is what I got. And they're like, perfect. This is art. This is magnificent, breathtaking. Nigga, that shit is ugly.
That shit is a fucking Frankenstein shoe.
No, babe, they didn't have no more materials. So it's like, times is rough these days. So they took what they had and they threw it together, and they didn't have enough to make the rest of the shoe.
I get it, but why does it look like when you want to go to church at 10, but you got a pickup game at 12? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, no, that's not happening. That's not happening. That shit is trash. And whoever's getting them, if you come in with these B's and 11s, I am breaking your ankles on the court off principle. Like, there is nothing else to be said. You're getting your shit broken. That is all.
Nah, these shits is built for people who are pigeon-toed. But we're going to go ahead and move on. All right. Now, in other news, apparently McDonald's has a new dessert that's coming out. Yeah. So I need to know from the guests and from my co-host, I need to know if you are smashing or passing McDonald's new strawberry shortcake McFlurry. Social scientist, yes.
Don't think machines barely work anyway?
Thank you.
That's why you are my person. That was my first thought. Thank you.
I'm confused. What you trying to do? Get people's hopes up high and excited, and then they get there and then you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like a?" I mean, if they give me a Big Mac for free, I might be happy. But like, come on,
Doug, what is the exchange rate for a dessert to a Big Mac?
For me,
I feel like there's a translation error.
Find their, I don't know,
chocolate
milkshake.
But don't
they barely work too?
You right? They might give you.
That's why I said give me this food.
They might give you. You're not getting the all day breakfast back.
Give me all day breakfast back.
You not getting that back. I'm sorry.
Give me all day breakfast
I'm
back.
sorry. It's not coming back.
Then that's disrespectful.
I'm sorry. Queen C, yes.
Okay, two things. One, agree. Bring all day breakfast back, please. That shit was lit.
It's not happening.
And that's part of McDonald's.
And two, if your order is messed up, or if something that you don't want or something you want isn't available, saw it on TikTok from somebody who works at McDonald's. Instead of asking for a refund or a redo, ask for a free meal pass. And that meal pass has no value, meaning you could even get the #1 Big Mac meal for free.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks. Because they fuck up my meal a lot.
Hey, talk about it. Mr. Smith, as our resident former fast food worker.
I was going to say, as someone who actually works at McDonald's before, long time ago, Queen C's right. That is one of the hidden rules that we were not allowed to say, but if you knew, you could just ask for this and you good. Overall, hell no. Hell, pass. There is only one McFlurry That is the GOAT, and that's the Oreo one. The M&M, nah, we ain't messing with that. Anything else, nah, we good. It's the Oreo one. If you give me a strawberry, first of all, I didn't like sweets to begin with, so my shit's biased, but no, no, not happening. So I will take my apple pie. I will take the McGriddle cake by itself, and I will take a Big Mac. I ain't gonna take nothing else other than them things, but hell nah, that's just trash. And for the record, you're right. If the ice cream machine's even working to begin with, so you probably ain't gonna get that anyway.
Unless you go to a very affluent teacher bag. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I just had me a McFlurry 2 days ago.
About that.
It was the Oreo one, of course, because that's all we do is Oreos over here. But yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on this. However, if it was strawberry cheesecake, you might have me with that because I love Cold Stone. Cold Stone has like the little strawberry cheesecake, little cubes in it, and that's what they should do. But this, I'm passing.
Cookout, strawberry.
Right. Talk about them things stick.
Listen.
Yes.
But for real though, to Mr. Smith's point about see now
about the ice cream machine?
About the ice cream machine.
Yes.
Not working.
Yes.
See now I forgot it. You made me lose it. That's sad.
Taz, I know you can't have dairy, so I don't know if you can contribute to this conversation, can you?
I can't have dairy. I feel attacked. I feel
what
like
I'm
you
gonna
don't know
say.
me, brother. It's all right though.
I mean, you got like 10 allergens, man.
It's only 3. You don't know
Fair
me.
enough.
But anywho, point being,
Okay.
I looked at that picture. It's got my stomach bubbling, so that's gonna be a hard no. I just don't know if I'll be able to make it home after I eat it if the ice cream machine is working. So
Stomach gonna sound like the start of Rack City.
Yeah, and like Mr. Smith, before I was gainfully employed, I worked at McDonald's, and so that whole all-day breakfast idea is chaos. You know how many people are gonna quit? Like now, I got to memorize the breakfast and the lunch menu. No, y'all can all go to hell.
Nah. The breakfast menu ain't that hard because I did that shit. And for that matter, it ain't like anybody ain't gonna get anything else but some hotcakes, a hotcake and sausage, or a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
I said what I said. You're not gonna turn Walmart's into Waffle House. I meant McDonald's into Waffle House. Huh. Go to Waffle House if you want everything all day. You can get smoked. You can get these hands, and I'll have my sleeves, so all the grease will be popping on my neck. Makes it worthwhile.
What were you gonna say, Coach Scientist?
Oh, I was gonna say that when he mentioned the type of McFlurry, the Oreo one, all y'all was like, yeah, like it was a unanimous.
I mean, we know what it is. Like
I never really.
This is a hill I will die on. Oreos, top 3 best cookies in the world.
For real though.
Fight me on it. They versatile, whether they thin, mega stuff,
golden,
thin mint, yeah. So let's just put that out there, man. If anybody got issues with Oreos, fight me. All right. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into Mr. Smith Sportscenter. Cue the music.
Okay, so 2 things. One, NBA season's coming, so slowly but surely to the end of regular season. And as I said last week, the Western Conference is just ridiculous from seeds 4 to 10. Me and teacher-based Lakers are trying to crawl to the finish line. I mean, hell, at least we're in the play-in for now. We are currently going up against the Chicago Bulls as of the time of this recording, and we're winning 23-10. But it's all about the fourth quarter with them. So, and then Brother X's Golden State Warriors, even when it seems like they out of it, Clay just hits a go-ahead 3 or Steph hits a go-away 3, and it's like, well, much for that. So we're gonna see how this goes. I need Dallas to keep slipping though. I need Dallas to keep slipping. I need OKC to keep slipping. I need New Orleans to keep slipping. That'd be great. So we'll see how the playoffs go. Outside of that, the only other thing I got to do is the NFL, which the most obvious story that I hate having to talk about and I get pissed off every time I think about it is Lamar Jackson, as of March 2nd, requested a trade from the Baltimore Ravens. And everybody lost their fucking minds. And I had to sit back and I had to think about it. And I was like, He's doing that for two reasons. One, he wants to speed up the negotiations to get the money that he wants. And two, he wants to put it out there as he doesn't have an agent. So because he doesn't have an agent, he has to act as his own PR and his own negotiator. Therefore, you've also heard just about every owner at the owners meeting come out and be like, yeah, I don't want him. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, though. Every owner is fucking stupid because you got somebody in the prime of his career, 26 years old, unanimous MVP. That man gonna come back with more of a chip on his shoulder than draft night. And I still feel like he's gonna be a Raven, even with the trade the trade request and the stall negotiations with him getting the non-exclusive franchise tag. But as I said, and I think it was like 2 episodes ago, a lot of teams don't have their quarterback of the future or are going to draft their quarterback of the future, and they don't have the cap space. So I feel like what's going to happen is, or I hope what happens is, I'm not going to say I feel like, I hope what happens is he plays under the franchise tag this year if he doesn't get a long-term contract. They ball the hell out. He likes the system under Todd Monken, signs a long-term in the offseason, and, we can put this shit behind us. But I will say, as a Ravens fan, I'm irritated because this is a little bit immature to me. If you're a Ravens fan, you're a Ravens player. And it kind of just goes to say, like, if you were to talk about it was the money, then I would have respected it all along, because then I'd have been like, all right, it's pretty much been about the money the whole time. But if you go back on a lot of his interviews, he keeps saying, nah, it ain't about the money. I just want to win. I just want to win. I want to do this. Like, I want to get a Super Bowl. Like, that's all he cares about. That's all we've known him for. But now all the insiders are stating, oh, he, pretty much everything is all about just financials, which is holding up the contract. To which I say, again, people, shout out to Queen C's Patriots, take the page out of Tom Brady's playbook. He took pay cuts to have weapons and to have one of the best offensive lines the game has ever seen. Hence why he's won 7 Super Bowls in 10 tries. So, granted, the New York Giants own his ass. Just gonna put that out there. But outside of that, as I've stated multiple times, I just want this shit to be over. I want training camp to come and let's just go play ball. Also, I need the shit to really be over because a nigga's already started his research for fantasy football. I'm coming back trying to be back-to-back champion in 2 leagues and going for the first championship in the 3rd league. So I'm just saying, I need my stuff to happen. I need to know everything that's going on so that I know how to draft. I know how to do the waiver wire, because I'm coming for that chip again. I want my chip. And for those that say he's going to Green Bay or he's going to the Steelers, he's going to do that. Green Bay don't have the cap space. Steelers already have their quarterback of the future. So, yeah, no. No. But if you have any other questions, comments, or want to learn more, hit up my boy Red Wolf on his Instagram and his YouTube. His link will be in the description below.
Respect. Side note, listeners, we might be trying to do a draft league this year. I'm putting that out there on the podcast to hold myself accountable. We might do a fantasy football league this year. I might come out of retirement. I gave it up for a little while, but I might be back in the game. So who knows? Y'all let us know on social media. Mr. Smith.
I'm letting you know now. The only person, if we do a draft league, listeners, I'm letting you know now, the only person I'm about to worry about out of all of y'all is the person that's sitting next to me. I said what I said.
We was having a good time. I was saying something exciting that I was bringing to the podcast, and you had to bring that up. You know how I feel.
Sorry.
Oh, about the fact that she took my league by storm and won 2 out of 4 times? Yeah, that's the one I got to worry about.
Who's a champion when he sees one? Come on.
You also have to worry about me, big brother. With
nah.
these close call games we used to have, beating you by, 0.3.
That's fine. I've gotten over that hump now. So now that I know what I need to do, this is what I got to worry about. You can get me, you can pretty much, at this point, You are to me the Patriots and the
Not
Seahawks.
to be disrespectful.
No, I was gonna say the Patriots and the Seahawks, but I'm the Patriots. So you're throwing at the 1 yard line.
You will never be the Patriots.
Well,
you could be the Rams.
Damn.
You could be the Rams.
That's crazy.
No, I'm not gonna be Jared Goff, and I'm not gonna be Todd Gurley. I'll just be beast mode, mushing your boy down as he goes to the end zone. That's all.
He called you Pop Warner.
He said she ain't had no nipples.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, play us out. Play the other music.
I know Pop Warner.
All right. Yeah. So let's get into it, man. This week's now, mind you, it's going to start off with the banger. So listeners, I just need you to understand, I do not do this on purpose. I don't make this stuff up. Coach of Scientist, can you please read that? Mrs. Smith, can you zoom in for the Coach of Scientist? Because you know she'd be blind like me.
Sometimes.
Yes, go ahead and read that.
Competitive sex now exists. Adult film star King Nazir is currently in Ghana to satisfy Ghanaian, is that how you say it? Ghanaian actress
Shugati?
Shug. She had publicly declared that no man allowed her to reach orgasm. Okay.
Read that next part.
They will compete live on a paid platform. Source First Mag.
So there's not a lot to this. Just yes.
Casual sex implies the existence of ranked competitive sex.
So listeners, I know there's a lot of things that we could do with this story, but first and foremost, I'm gonna ask the podcast since we all grown, we in the trust tree. Are you G League, NBA, or Hall of Fame? Mr. Smith.
Hall of Fame.
Okay, talk your shit. Okay, Dwayne Wade. Coach of Scientist.
There are levels.
Yes, that's levels. G League is like.
I'm talking about are you talking about actual sex? Because you know how for a female they orgasm differently.
I'm talking about your performance in that area.
I'm just asking.
I know. So you either are in the developmental league, you working in the main league, like you active, or you Hall of Fame, like you got that crazy, you know what?
Okay. Y'all can continue.
Anybody else want to answer? Or y'all scared?
I'm not scared to answer, but my thing is, you literally got to fuck around and find out.
I'm in danger.
I see what you did there. That's solid. That is solid. But in all seriousness, man, that is kind of funny that there is competitive sex now.
That sounds dangerous.
Like my nigga, like is he gonna get popped for a rhino pill from the gas station? Is there a drug test? Mr. Smith.
All right, two things. One, I gotta say it because the joke writes itself. I don't care how she pronounced her name. I'm calling her Sugar Titty. I'm just saying. I'm calling her Sugar Titty. Just saying. Number two, I'm pretty sure this adult film star knows this, but men, if you're listening, take a tip from me, okay? Listen. If you are going to get this woman to get her orgasm, number one, you got to make her feel comfortable, okay? Because when she's comfortable is when she's going to be able to let her hair down and be able to be relaxed. She got to be relaxed to reach that. Number two, if you think your stroke game it's not, okay? It's going to be your tongue game at first. You got to warm it up. You got to make sure you marinate it first. It's like a slow cook, all right? There's a little button right on the top, right there. Okay, and you got to make sure that you hit that button just right, not rough, but also not too soft. You got to warm it up, and then after that, do what you got to do. So he knows this. He knows this. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna make this thing happen. But for you guys that can't do it, listen. I just gave you some free game. Make sure your woman is satisfied, because if she's satisfied, you'll be satisfied. That is all.
Taz, did you have any thoughts?
No, I agree with him. Crock pot coochie, you gotta let it marinate. So, you just let that tongue pancake, do your thing slowly.
Hey,
I think the big thing
is
is
that thing up?
Emotion. and then you can hit her with the O after she's all warmed up. But I was gonna say something meaningful after. Oh yeah, now I remember. So this little thing they got going on, it's OnlyFans and Versus being combined. Like, why do we have a premium subscription watching people compete with our favorite D-list porn stars? Like, who are y'all? So that's it.
That is a lot going on, man. But we'll find somebody. We'll ask Kelsey to stream it and find out what happened. All right, so yeah. So Kelsey, if you're listening, we got a mission for you. Next, we got another story. Yes, exactly. Very Mission Impossible. Next up, we got a story about someone who fucked around and found out the hard way. Listeners, if you've ever thought, oh, this celebrity is messaging me saying that they'll give me a certain amount of money if I give them a certain amount of information, never believe them. Why would a rich person give up their own money willingly to a random person like you? I hate to say it, you're not special. So, yeah, that lays the groundwork for this next story. Mrs. Smith, play the audio.
I'm literally shaking as I make this. Yesterday, I DM'd Bill Gates as a joke. Obviously, everyone's doing it. And I put out my Instagram story, like, not expecting anything. And literally, the next day, I get a DM from him. He said it was on his side account. I cropped the username because I don't need you bitches DMing him. But he literally was just saying, basically, like, send him my card information. I blocked it out, obviously, because I'm not going to give strangers my credit card info on the internet. But obviously, like, he doesn't need my money, so I felt safe. Like, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to wait and see what he says. But he basically said I could have half of Microsoft, and he didn't have a prenup with his wife, so I believe him. I knew I was pretty, but I didn't realize I was that pretty. So I just woke up, and I had a fraud alert on my bank. And I canceled my credit card, but the bank is saying that I'm going to be responsible for the money.
Oh, honey.
Oh, that scammer was like, oh, you a free lunch. You a lunch, dinner, and a whole week buffet. That shit is too funny. So listeners, if you couldn't tell, Shawty thought that she was getting money from Bill Gates, and they ran her pockets until there was none left. She had, I believe it was close to almost $3,000 in debt because of the situation. Not Soulja Boy laughing though. All right. Any thoughts, guys? Queasy.
So first of all, the whole I knew I was pretty. Girl, you look like a cross between Jennifer Coolidge and Amanda Bynes in her good years.
Huh. Cue the gunshots. All right.
And also, while I laugh and bank worker, yeah. So, listeners, beware. If you willingly give your credit card information to a scammer and they take you for all that you are worth plus some, you are liable for those charges. You are liable to pay the bank that money back that's in the negative. Why? Because it's not fraud. You got scammed. You willingly gave away your information, and that is your dumbass fault. I'm going to continue to laugh in bank worker.
All right.
That's how I hear it when she says that.
That's fair. Mr. Smith.
I'm gonna break this down like an NFL play, right? So
wait.
This sounds like his version of What the Fuck Studios.
Yep. Cue the music.
So you see here, victim A, where she first fuck around and found out, the dude that the DM'd her from the side account. Now, if it was the actual Bill Gates, I'm sorry. I'm going to need to see that blue check mark. And I'm going to need to go to the profile to make sure that it is you. Secondly, any bank, credit card, financial institution always says, do not give your PIN number to somebody else. So why would you give a PIN number and a zip code, right? Thirdly, if he was to send you money, there's Cash App, there's Venmo, PayPal, you could just give them that and they can send it to you. 4, if you listen to her, she said, oh, he's going to give me half of Microsoft. Him and his wife didn't have a prenup. Ma'am, do you understand that contradicts each other? Because if the wife didn't have a prenup, that means by divorce, she gets half. So he doesn't have his whole fortune, right? Then you're also talking about the fact that he talking about, oh, he don't need the money. So then why did he need your PIN number? Why didn't he need your zip code? Did you not, what do we always say, listeners? Think again, think a third time before you do the dumb shit. And so I don't feel bad at the fact that she got scammed for $3,000 because you were dumb enough to, not only were you dumb enough to give your credit card number and your PIN number and your zip code, but you willingly put it on Instagram. So everyone knows it. So you can't get out of there. But I say that to say, I'm sorry. I'm taking a word from Queen C. If you willingly gave your information, that is not fraud. And you better put in some overtime, put on some OnlyFans. I don't care how y'all get that money, but you better start making that $3,000 come back.
She got scammed for more than $3,000 because her bank account was negative almost $3,000. So he took her for that amount plus whatever she actually had in her bank account, which is an unknown, undisclosed amount. He got her for quite a few thousand.
The more you know.
Look, y'all are a little too accusatory. I would come in and help this girl out. So I think the best way to rectify the situation, I'll get her money back. She just needs to give me another card so I could put it in that account and not the compromised one. So whatever information is, reach out to her, tell her, contact me. I got her, for real.
It's an evil world, man. Wow. We're not going to say that on the podcast. All right. Moving on to the next story. In other news, listeners, I don't know if you're familiar with the man Druski. He's a social media personality. Song has friends in all the black circles. He's interesting to say the least. But he has his stop, please. All right. But in this particular story, he's actually Druski is actually out on tour right now, where he basically goes to different cities and it's almost like a pseudo talent show where he has different local artists come on and help them get promoted and have them perform for the audience. So in particular, Druski got caught by the white devil. Mr. Smith, go ahead and play the clip.
Wow. Yeah. You almost made me. Okay, hold on. I was just twisting my ankle. Y'all ain't gonna do it. You see what I do for that white? I just twisted myself. If it ain't snowing, I ain't going. What the f you doing? You ain't catch me, dude. You talking about those? What the f? I ain't paying y'all $2 an hour for nothing.
So, listeners, for those who couldn't tell, this young lady, this white female, came on stage in some athletic wear, basically twerk and do whatever performance she was going to do. Druski's coming down these small stairs, which, first and foremost, I don't know why he thought he could do that. Why would they put two boxes together like that? They look like they take them shits in arts and crafts. So he trips, he collapses like he's about to roll out like Optimus Prime. And he falls down and he rolls his ankle. Now, Shawty tries to carry on, and she goes right beside him and decides to start twerking. Now, listeners, here's the power of black people. I need you to understand. They started playing Back That Ass Up. With a twisted ankle, my nigga got up faithfully, pushed through, and was ready to get that twerk. I guarantee it. And then he goes on to say what he said. Teacher Bay, you have thoughts?
Oh, man, that was hilarious. Yes, he did get his tail up for that, didn't he? But I'm looking at all the whoever's on the stage with him. Is that security or homeboy? But they just watched him and did not even help. They just let him lay there. Like, oh, my bad. I guess he tried. But it was just like, I'm going to just let you stay there. Maybe I didn't see that, but they didn't pick him up. And I'm just like,
the power of mystical, man.
And was she twerking though? She's not really twerking.
You're not gonna be able to pick him up. She ain't got nothing to twerk.
Just saying.
She wasn't twerking.
I'm not saying she did a good twerk.
I mean, she turned her legs a little bit. Oh, listeners, if only you knew I was in this chat. All right. Real quick before Quincy, go ahead. Then I have a thought.
I got two things. One, this shit looked like the fucking milk crate challenge from a couple years ago. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Two, they wrong as hell for having his picture up in the corner of the video looking like the Mr. Krabs meme. He looked lost as hell, like, oh, what the fuck happened? They wrong for that, but nah. I wish him a speedy recovery.
Listeners, if you are a Kevin Hart fan, there is this old stand-up joke that he did where Shaq was in the audience. This was right around the time that Shaq was on the Cleveland Cavaliers for a short stint. And literally, the joke is literally, Shaq, you just know big people falling is just different than short people falling. Like, it take longer, it falls in sections, it's the whole thing. So literally, you just hear the joke is where basically Shaq falls down. It's like, oh shit, and then you have LeBron James have to turn around. It's like, God damn it, Shaq, and that's to pick him up. That's what that looked like. Yeah, you got a big head, so I mean, you couldn't miss. Taz, you have some more thoughts?
You know what that looked like? This was the male version of Scarlet Takes a Tumble. Like, when he hit that stair, that's exactly what I saw. And there was no getting up from that. Like, he just had to eat that.
Duh. Mr. Smith.
Taz, thank you. I forgot about that video. Yes, this is Scarlet Takes a Tumble, the male version. And just to reiterate, whoever put those two boxes there to make look stairs, y'all some assholes. Security, you didn't even help him get up. And when I saw it the first time, I just was like, ooh, is that an Achilles? Is that an ankle? How bad is it? Because, dog, your ankle folded inward. Like, and then and for that matter, like, your whole body weight came down on that ankle. And you ain't no skinny boy. You a big motherfucker. So, yikes. But the fact that he said, you see what I do for that white pussy? Like, word, really, Druski, that's what we doing here? So overall, old girl didn't really do a lot of twerking. It was more just like her thighs were just moving in emotion. And I honestly, I'm laughing at the fact that, as Brother X said, when Back That Ass Up came on, that nigga was like, oh no, I'm getting up. Nope. I gotta catch this. I gotta catch this twerk. That literally, like, the listeners, there are a few songs that have the power to bring something out of a black person. Back That Ass Up, Before I Let Go, Swag Surf. Those three alone, listen. You will see a lot of stuff happen at a black function if you hear those three songs.
That will be played at our future wedding, so just be prepared. Yeah. All right. Queen C, before we move on.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my own team under the bus. His ankle folded like Mac Jones.
Yeah, just look it up, listeners. All right, so we're just going to switch lanes and do our Black Business Highlight of the week. This particular Black Business Highlight this week is called True Flavors Diner. So they're actually located here in Durham, North Carolina. Shout out Taz Craze for putting me on to True Flavors and the Cultural Scientists. It is a phenomenal diner. The description reads that the atmosphere at True Flavors Diner is energetic and comfortable, designed like no other diner you've seen before. An open kitchen greets guests as they enter and treats them as a true behind-the-scenes show completed with seating at the lunch counter. We love their modern take on Southern home-style fare. Now, some of the foods that they recommend are the chicken and waffles, which is fire. The shrimp and grits, fire. Literally, there is not a food at their menu that is not good. The line's long though. We not gonna lie, but that's how you know the food is good. So they are that again. That is True Flavors. You can find them on Facebook at True Flavors Catering Company. And let me check real quick just to see if they have a Instagram for you guys. But if they do not, we will put all the information in the show notes. So again, that is True Flavors Diner located in Durham, North Carolina. And let's see, almost here. True Flavors. Yep, they are True Flavors Diner on Instagram as well. So again, shout out to them, and again, shout out to that food we had that one time there. Taz, you know what we're talking about. Bye. You have a testimony about it?
Go ahead and take off the rest of work if you go to True Flavors, because it is like an immediate itis. It's really good though. I haven't had anything that's wrong. I recommend the fried steak last time I went. So, yeah.
So good. Oh, man. All right. So we about to get into it, man. You know it. You love it. It's becoming one of our favorite type of topics to go into. We have our draft series. So this is part four, I think it is. This is our fourth draft. If you've listened to our fruit draft, you've listened to our Saturday morning cartoon draft. I don't think am I missing one. No, it might, and this might just be part 3. So this week we actually have a draft for you guys that you're going to enjoy. We're kid of the 90s, except for Mr. Smith. He was a kid of the 70s. All right. Damn. I don't know why he's surprised by this anymore. But we got a draft for you guys. So here are the rules for this particular draft. It's very simple. We're going to keep it real short and sweet to the point. This draft is for kids live action TV shows. So the way that this is this draft is going to work like this. So in order for it to be eligible to be drafted, one, it must be a live action show that was catered and marketed to kids. It is a 3-round draft where everybody's going to get 3 picks. It is a snake order. And for those who do not know, a snake order draft is where you go through the original order, and then for the next round of the draft, the order flips. So the person who went last in the first round becomes the first person in the second round. And then it flips again for the third round. And just so you know, and I have a timestamp because I know people will be thinking that I might be cheating. I'm not Nick Cannon on Wild Out. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Marketed to teens as well. Sorry, I need to make sure I clarify. Yes, we have the order of the draft. Now, listeners, here's the order so you can keep along. You can write it in your notes, see how we do. After randomizing it 16 times, with the first pick, you have myself. Then the second pick, you have Queen C. Then you have Teacher Bay in the third slot. You have Culture Scientist in the 4th slot. You have Taz in the 5th slot. And rounding us out for the first round is Mr. Smith. So before we get started, guess, do you have any thoughts or questions? No. Everybody Gucci? All right. Cue the music. With my first draft pick, I've been going between 2. And if you want to argue it, we can. With my first draft pick, I'm going to go Sesame Street. I'm gonna go Sesame Street. I need something educational for the kids, man. Like, you get a lot of celebrities, you got longevity, it's been syndicated. Literally, you have so many things. It's so educational. I think it is a solid corner piece of the foundation of my franchise.
Is that for
it
teens,
doesn't have to, huh?
I thought you said it had to be for teens too, or
all ages.
It literally has to be teens and below.
okay.
Okay.
I let this one slide, even though you went first.
Okay, so literally that's what we have for my first pick. I'm going to go Sesame Street. And the second slot we have. Who did I say again? I'm sorry. Was it Queen C?
Yes.
All right, Queen C, what you got for the second slot?
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Yes, you can.
If we pick shows, are we doing this like we did the cartoon draft where we also get spinoffs, things like that?
Yes, but they have to be live action.
You know you fucked up, don't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I had somebody in the chat say something else. Mr. Smith, what were you saying?
If you do that,
You know you fucked up.
You're gonna take a lot of shows off if you go for like one or two, and that's gonna throw a lot of things off. But hey, do what you're gonna do.
Well, I mean,
we can take it to a vote.
We'll take a vote. You need at least 4 votes to have majority. Let's start with Culture Scientist. What do you think? All right, that's an indifferent vote from the Culture Scientist. Taz, what you think? Yay or nay?
Yay or nay for what?
For whether or not she can do not only the show, but any other shows that are connected to it.
It will take it off the table. You can't use it.
Sure. Go ahead. It'd be great.
All right. That's 1 for. We got 2 for from Mr. Smith. We got 3 from the Russian Jazz, Teacher Bay. Shit, does that really have to come down to me?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, I'll allow it. Why not?
All right. I asked the question before I gave my answer. I'm taking all that.
That's solid.
And with that, I get Keenan and Kel and the Amanda Show. So thank you.
That's very true.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
That's why I asked the question.
I'm not mad. There's some other ones that I'm about to pick. That Keenan and Kel one, it hurt a little bit, but we good. Teacher Bay, talk to us. What you got next?
All right. Oh, Lord. You know, you took some good ones. But it's all right. I gotta go with That Boy Meets World.
Solid. That's solid. I was looking at that. I was looking at that one. They put up numbers in the combine. They're putting up numbers.
Boy, it's a pain. Come on now.
No. I want that Angela
and Sean Love.
Before it got toxic. Gotta put that out there. Hey, there were some real ones. Yeah, and that's solid. All right. Oh, that also gives you Girl Meets World, I think it is, the follow-up show. So that gives you that one as well. I'm not sure if anybody would pick that one, but that's neither here nor there. Not in the rude way.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, but yeah, ain't nothing like the original. Yeah.
That's fair. Culture Scientist, who you picking with your first pick?
The Mighty Rangers.
So she took the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's solid.
I'll
allow it because we're gonna be living together, so I get that too. Hey, look what I did there.
I just don't care. I only care like this. I'm gonna put this on the table. I only care about the movie and the original from the 90s. I'm sorry to the newer generations, but fuck y'all.
Whoa, wait a minute. What I do?
Because how I feel.
They didn't do nothing.
Not to the actual generations, but the show.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why I didn't care. That's why I was indifferent.
That's fair. Taz, what you picking in the 5th slot?
All right, I got some heat. So y'all have been doing more, grown-up shows. I'm gonna go with Gullah Gullah Island.
God damn.
Gullah Island.
That is solid.
That's a good choice.
That is a solid pick. God damn, that's good.
Apparently.
I had that on my list.
Not no more.
What he did then? Oh man, that is solid. All right, Mr. Smith, with your 15 draft boards and your 15 mock drafts, what you got in the 6th spot?
Well, I already knew I was going to lose Keenan and Kel. I already knew I was going to lose all that. I didn't think I was going to lose Sesame Street this early, but that's fine. But if that's the case, I'm going to take it back to a classic of the 90s. I'm going Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Yes.
And apparently,
that is a one-off though, because the other ones that happened at that time weren't a derivative of it.
True.
That's only Legend.
True.
That's fine. That's the only one I need.
No. I just had to get it for clarification for our listeners. Listeners, as I said before, this is a snake draft. So in the next round, the first pick of the second round is going to go back to Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, who you picking for your second pick?
For my second pick, I'm going to go to a show that actually was based out of North Carolina. Came on Sundays at 7 o'clock. I'm going My Brother and Me, motherfucker.
You dirty motherfucker. Ooh.
Emotional damage.
You dirty.
You came for him in the beginning of the show. So
I'm not mad, but you dirty. You the White Sox at the beginning of the episode dirty.
Hey, I'm looking at it like this. Y'all done took Sesame Street. Queen C done took all that in Keenan and Kel, which is a classic. And I had to double up somehow. So if I'm going to get something and you left it on the board, that's your motherfucking fault. You need to do a trade or something. Otherwise, you ain't getting that pick.
I'm about to say, we'll talk offline. We got some future assets I might trade to you.
I'm going to need multiple first-round picks, buddy. I ain't going to get sick.
Wait. Hold on now. Come on, Jamal. Put down the 9. You asking for a lot. Only had like one season. 10 episodes. With that.
Technically, 2 seasons. Get it right.
Fair enough. All right.
So I got some more heat. Oh, never mind.
No, you can cut that part. No, we can go with the next big task. I'm just bullshitting.
All right, so you thought the heat stopped, but it's still going to continue. The show had us spooked as kids. I'm going with Goosebumps.
Oh, that's a good one.
Woo. Okay, cool.
Good choice.
That's solid. Oh man, there are some genuinely horrifying episodes from that.
Yes.
That
makes me think of another one.
Well, I'm glad you're thinking of another one because, Culture Scientist, you are up for your second pick.
Thanks. I'm not using the one that I was thinking of because this one suits me way better.
Okay.
So why not make sure I use this and include it? Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Of course, God. See, that was gonna be my sleeper pick.
Damn you, cultured scientist.
Cultured scientist.
Oh no, I was gonna try to sneak that in as the last pick of the draft, maybe. I am hurting.
I'm happy. I'm done. I don't have to see it
hurting. Something serious. I don't like it here. Why did I do this to myself? All right, I'm done. Teacher Babe, what are you picking? What are you picking next?
You guys are really taking things off this list.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't think Bill Nye the Science Guy would go so quickly. But I'm torn, and I'm not sure because this person kind of guest starred on it. I don't know if it's together or not. I believe it's together, but I'm not sure. All right.
Listen, she going through it over here.
We can see it.
It sounds like it.
All right. I'm just going to go with Sister.
Damn you.
And I'm saying that because also, their brother, Taj, was on there, smart guy, tutoring them for the SATs. And that was technically a little spinoff.
Technically, that is a shared universe.
It is technically a spinoff.
It is technically a shared universe. So that's solid.
I'm going to go with that. But I think I left my
cousins.
Huh?
Because if they are his cousins, still,
did they ever show up on the show?
They did show up.
We have to look that up. We'll put our researchers on it.
Wait, what's the question?
So when Taj was on Sister, he played like a cousin.
Right. That was tutoring.
That was visiting at one point.
He was a cousin.
He played
so the question was, if they played the cousins on Smart Guy, then they're connected.
Yeah.
Played the cousins on Smart. They did on Smart Guy.
I believe so.
I think you're right. I think I do recall that.
We'll look it up and get back to you.
Because they were like, "Yeah, we have to watch our cousin." There's something like that. That's why I remember it.
Yes. Okay. Now, Queen C, you working hard over there. I feel like you about to do some devious. I don't appreciate it right now. I'm just go ahead and put that out there. Queen C, what you got for your next pick?
I feel like Teacher Bay. I'm over here struggling. You know, I'm gonna go into the world of kid and teenage game shows, and I'm going to go with one of the triple OGs, Double Dare.
That's fine. That's fine. It's not like I wasn't considering it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Coach Stein, did you have a thought?
No, I'm sorry. I just want to correct myself and say that Teacher Bay was correct and I was wrong.
Oh, okay. So they are connected.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's clarified.
And good choice. Good choice.
That
Good
is
choice.
valid.
Yeah.
So I'm torn because I not only have to get this one, but then I gotta get my last pick of the draft. So I gotta get a nice little tag team. This is one of my favorites since Taz creates already said one of them. I'm gonna have to go and venture into that realm and give me Are You Afraid of the Dark?
He was gonna do that one.
I got to. I was gonna save it for my next pick, but I'm already here. So you got that one, and because I just need it, because I just wanted the trophy in my room as a kid, like give me Nickelodeon Guts.
Thank you, baby. Good choice. Good choice.
I feel comfortable that I got my action, I got my scary, and then I got my education. Everything that admits what I was as a kid, like in those three genres. I still watch those shows to this day. Queen C, with your final pick of the draft, what you picking?
See, I'm stuck between two only because it's the same actress in both of them.
Ooh, talk about it.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to go with the first one she did, the original. Clarissa Explains It All.
Ooh,
I just watched that recently.
Solid. I'm not that's an OG. That is solid.
That's on Paramount Plus. Thanks, Quincy.
Yep, shout them out.
Yes.
That's solid.
Thank you for not also picking what I want to pick.
Teacher Bay, you got one. Well, it don't affect me. You just screwing everybody else over at this point. I'm about to say, Mrs. Smith can't save you. You got to pick on your own. Stand on your 2 feet. Stand on it.
This is hard.
It's supposed to be. It's the last pick for you.
Just don't pick mine.
You know she's going to pick it. You know, Teacher Bay's
The
devious.
funny part is it could be literally anything.
It could be, really. Okay, so I loved both of these shows. And I watched them faithfully on the Disney Channel.
Okay.
Do it.
I think I'm going to let my other one go, even though that's my childhood one, besides Gulliver Island. But I am going to have to go with, do I go with Sexy Eyes? Or do I go with...
You talk about on Disney.
I'm going to go with Cousin Skeeter. I got to. I love Cousin Skeeter. Yeah.
Damn it! I knew she was
I told you. I told you.
That was Nickelodeon.
Well, whatever. I was watching them both.
Definitely Nickelodeon.
You know what it was on.
I was about to say you was wrong because it was not Disney.
Yeah.
No, that was her plan. Her plan was to throw you off to get you a false
show.
I know what you were talking about. I know what you were thinking about. I knew you were thinking about it, but that's what you did. You was like, I'm gonna just ease her into it and be like, yeah, I'm not going this way. At the last minute, do a U-turn, like,
You did. You lured me into a false sense of security. You did.
Oh, that's crazy.
Taz as well. He's very upset in this chat.
He's vocalizing it. It's almost like you got the next pick, culture scientist. How you feeling? Talk to us.
Clearly.
Talk to us.
So, because I can't have my cousin Skeeter, I guess I'll have to go with. There's a couple shows I like. I'm not that picky, but that's what I wanted. It's not Chosen, right? I think with my favorite regular show, which was not regular show, but game show. It was Figure It Out. I always wanted to be on Figure It Out. I did. And then I have to just do my honorable mention now because I have to.
Wait, save it. Someone might pick it.
Fine.
We'll do honorable mentions at the end. Be patient. We're almost done.
One time, I think.
Okay, that's fine, but we got 2 people still picking. We gotta be fair to them.
But yeah.
All right, Taz, what you picking for your last pick?
So I have some contingency since this teacher wanted to go over here and choose violence, but I'm torn between 2. And I also like how we're all dating ourselves by staying in the 90s. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to go with a wild card. I'm going to go with the famous Jet Jackson.
God damn, I was thinking about that shit. That is solid. Ooh, that's solid. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, but that is solid.
I was just watching him.
Solid actor, gone way too early before his time.
Yeah.
Much love to him. Phenomenal show. They was really in their bag in Disney during those times, man.
That was Sexy Eyes. See? I was
Wow.
like, do I go with Sexy Eyes?
Wow. All right.
I don't see him the same way you do. Sorry.
And with the final pick of this draft, Mr. Smith, what you ending us on?
Literally, I'm almost willing to trade this pick because y'all done pretty much picked just about everything that I wanted. I mean, to be honest, it's I gotta go to a classic. And the only thing I have to say is this is the song that never ends. I'm going Lamb Chop.
That's solid. Oh, that's solid. That is a solid OG. That is.
I love Lamb Chop.
I love
Me
Lamb
too.
Chop. Yes, that's
Good
classic.
choice. Good choice.
I honestly, I cannot tell you what the show was about, but I just remember the song that never ends. That's the only thing I remember off the top of my
You
head.
don't remember
Miss
Lamb
Shirley and her puppet.
No, I know the show. I just
Yeah.
couldn't tell you what happened in the episode.
They
of the
had
show.
a horse named Charlie Horse. Like, hilarious.
That's solid. That's solid. All right. We'll just go real quick through everybody. You can give up to 2 honorable mentions before we kind of wrap things up. We'll start with the culture scientist since she's chomping at the bit.
Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire was another honorable
Yeah.
mention.
The Mr. Rogers Neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers. Okay, those are solid. If I didn't go Sesame Street, I might have gone Mr. Rogers. Another honorable mention, which I'm surprised it didn't get said, was the Muppet Show. Because if you get the Muppet Show, you get all the movies. Because those are live action.
It's true.
So those are my 2.
They were the original live.
Oh, shout out to Wishbone. Wishbone was another one.
Oh yes.
Anybody else have any honorable mentions? Quincy.
I know you said 2, but I want to just throw a few of them out there. Zaboomafu. Shout out to the Kraft brothers, because had anybody said Zaboomafu, you got all Kraft brother entities. So shout out to them. And then I was a Nickelodeon girl, so Secret World of Alex Mack, Pete and Pete, Salute Your Shorts.
Oh, salute your. Oh,
Camp. I don't wanna.
Oh, we hold you dear in our hearts, and when we think about you, it makes me want to fart. Oh, solid.
I just want to say, Disney, I love you. I truly do. You have lasted a very long time. However, Nickelodeon plays a special part in the 90 kids' heart. I'm just saying.
I honestly, I'm gonna say it, and it might be controversial.
Nickelodeon.
I'm gonna say Nickelodeon free, like low difficulty. Nickelodeon clears Disney free. Teacher Bay.
Okay. So I did have like Barney. You know, I was a huge little Baby Bop fan. And That's So Raven. We can't forget about That's So Raven. But I don't even know if you guys remember this. Okay, it's called Brotherly Love.
Yes.
With You do? Right, with the actual three brothers, Joey Lawrence, and I forgot all the
Yes.
others.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yes, the three, but and they were in Philadelphia, and I think they were amazing. I don't know. It's on Fox.
One of those brothers is currently dating Chili from TLC.
I know, right?
On this podcast, we don't talk about that.
Oh,
I don't know why, but I feel like that's a hate crime. But we're not talking about that.
The one that is
Yes,
it's the middle one.
It's
the middle
Matthew.
brother. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
not the one with the Melissa Joan Hart one.
okay.
Right. It's the other one. Which I had Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Saved by the Bell. That one really good.
Yeah,
I was
that
gonna
was
pick
my
that.
one.
That's a classic.
Gotcha. Anybody that I missed before we go ahead and start wrapping things up?
Yeah, you missed me. I have a few. So I have postcards from Buster, Blue's Clues,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Taina, iCarly, and then the last one, Family Matters. That's
That
more of a
Taina?
sitcom. So, huh?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said Family Matters, but that's kind of like a sitcom. So I don't know how you play that like as live action or not.
That was the first one that popped in my head listening. So
Yeah. Real quick, shout out to Taina's theme song. Fire theme song, like top tier.
Mr. Smith.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
One, I wish we could have used Family Matters, but Family Matters is more of like you said, it's more of a sitcom and not really like it's marketed more for families than it is for kids because some of like the lessons that were learned on there is like a little bit too high up for some kids. Like Eddie getting pulled over in the wrong neighborhood. Yeah, that wasn't for us.
That's real.
I only have really like one or two. Even Stevens and The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and
Solid.
Hannah Montana. I did these
Ooh. Yo, oh man. There are some good ones. Yeah, yes, Culture Scientist.
Pee-wee Herman.
Pee-wee Herman.
Oh, Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Pee-wee's Playhouse had no business being marketed to kids.
It was though.
It had no business being marketed to kids.
But it was.
That show was a lot.
I got one more.
Wait, so you didn't pick Teletubbies?
Right.
Oh, this was just for fun, the background. No, but I got one more since we all said, Nick was the GOAT of the 90s. It all started with a show called You Can't Do That on Television. And that's when you first saw kids getting slime.
Undefeated.
I wanted to get slime so bad.
What do you mean by that?
Shut up.
All right.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
This man Bowser says, say more.
I'm sorry. You walked right into that joke. I'm sorry.
Horrible.
All right. Transparent moment. Avoid the slime. Enjoy more television shows. Hang out with your peoples. Be careful while going down the stairs. And and also this, man, you can always hit us up on our social medias at the TNT Pod 123 on Twitter, Truth and Transparency Pod on Instagram, Truth and Transparency Pod on TikTok, the Truth and Transparency Podcast on Facebook, the Truth and Transparency Podcast on YouTube, and you can always email us at truthandtransparencypod123@gmail.com. For the Culture Scientist, for all of our guests, for Mr. Smith and his never-ending beard. If this podcast gets no bigger than what it is right now, they are forever grateful. We are forever grateful. And in the immortal words of my father, eat the elephant one bite at a time. And if you see us out at Dreamville Fest, hit us up. We might be able to record you, get a shout out on the next episode. We love you guys. Peace.
Never grow up, kids. Never grow up.
We don't want responsibilities.